Hello. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 162, The Stargazer's Surprise. Ethan, a lanky teenager with a mop of brown hair, spent most nights gazing at the stars. Perched on his fire escape, wrapped in a worn blanket, he'd navigate the constellations, dreaming of distant galaxies. His Brooklyn fire escape was his personal launchpad into the cosmos. One particularly clear night, as Ethan traced the familiar pattern of Orion's belt, a soft thud echoed from the rooftop above. He peered over the railing, heart pounding. There, crouched on the rooftop, was a girl. Her dark hair cascaded down her back, framing a face filled with awe as she gazed at the stars-dusted sky. Ethan, usually shy, surprised himself by calling out, "Wow, amazing view, isn't it?" The girl jumped, startled, then quickly turned towards him. Yeah," she stammered, a touch of defensiveness in her voice. Ethan smiled apologetically. "Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I'm Ethan, downstairs apartment." The girl hesitated, then replied, "Maya, new tenant next door." A spark of curiosity flickered in Ethan's eyes. Rooftop access was strictly forbidden by the landlord, Mrs. Ramirez, a terrifying woman with a permanently disapproving frown. How did Maya manage to sneak up there? As if reading his mind, Maya laughed nervously. "Before you ask," she said, "I saw the fire escape from my window, and, well, I couldn't resist. Sorry if I caused any trouble." Ethan chuckled. He understood the irresistible pull of the rooftop's open sky. "No trouble at all," he assured her. "I come up here all the time." Intrigued, Maya started visiting Ethan on the fire escape most nights. They'd share stories under the starry sky. Ethan talking about his fascination with space travel. Maya confessing her dreams of becoming an astrophysicist. They discovered a shared passion for astronomy, poring over star charts and debating the existence of aliens. One sweltering summer evening, as the city lights shimmered below, a frustrated groan escaped Ethan's lips. "Mrs. Ramirez is cracking down on rooftop access," he announced, his face etched with disappointment. Maya's brows furrowed. "That's terrible. It's the only place to truly see the stars in this concrete jungle." "Exactly," Ethan exclaimed. Maybe we could do something about it." A mischievous glint appeared in Maya's eyes. "We could," she said, a slow smile spreading across her face. "We just need a plan." Over the next few weeks, fueled by their shared passion, Ethan and Maya hatched a plan. They spent their days scouring local libraries and hardware stores, gathering information and supplies. Finally, the day arrived for their audacious operation, Operation Rooftop Paradise. Equipped with flashlights, tools, and a surprising amount of rope, they snuck up to the rooftop just past Mrs. Ramirez's usual evening check-in. Maya, a natural climber, scaled the fire escape from Ethan's balcony, tying a rope ladder securely to the railing. Working together, they hauled up a collection of beanbags, a small telescope, and even a string of fairy lights. By the time the first stars emerged, their rooftop sanctuary was complete. As they settled into their makeshift haven, gazing at the Milky Way twinkling above, a satisfied grin spread across Ethan's face. Maya nudged him playfully. "Not so bad for a plan started by a couple of rooftop rebels, huh?" Ethan laughed, a thrill of accomplishment coursing through him. He'd not only defied the rules, but also created a magical space to share his passion with his newfound friend. As they watched a shooting star streak across the velvet sky, Ethan knew this was just the beginning of their adventures under the stars. Their secret rooftop paradise became a haven for them. They spent countless nights exploring the cosmos with their trusty telescope, learning about constellations and nebulae. During the day, they'd research their discoveries at the library, devouring books about astronomy and dreaming of distant galaxies. The rooftop adventures weren't just about stargazing. They shared secrets, anxieties and hopes under the celestial canopy. Maya confided in Ethan about her fear of failing her astrophysics exam, while Ethan confessed his dream of one day becoming an astronaut. They offered each other encouragement and support, forging a bond as strong as the constellations they admired. One day, while scouring the internet for astronomy news, Maya stumbled upon an announcement. The local astronomy club was hosting a stargazing party at a nearby park, open to the public. "Ethan, we have to go," Maya exclaimed, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "Imagine all the telescopes, maybe even some special guests." Ethan's heart leapt. A public stargazing party was his dream come true, but a flicker of worry clouded his enthusiasm. "That sounds amazing, Maya," he admitted. "But what about the rooftop? We can't exactly bring it with us." Maya, however, was brimming with ideas. "Leave that to me," she declared with a mischievous glint in her eye. Over the next few days, a flurry of activity unfolded. Maya spent hours designing flyers on her computer, while Ethan gathered cardboard boxes and construction paper from local stores. They transformed the boxes into sturdy stands, decorating them with colourful illustrations of planets and constellations. They printed their flyers, inviting everyone to a rooftop astronomy experience on their fire escape. The day of the stargazing party arrived, and a nervous excitement filled the air. Ethan and Maya placed their homemade stands on the fire escape, along with their telescope and star charts. The flyers they distributed through their building had attracted a small but curious crowd. A young couple with a toddler hesitantly approached first. Ethan, mustering his courage, explained the basics of constellations, pointing out the familiar Big Dipper with a laser pointer. The toddler, wide-eyed with wonder, pointed excitedly at a twinkling star. Then came Mr. Rodriguez from downstairs, a gruff man known for his grumpy demeanour. To everyone's surprise, he lingered on the fire escape, asking questions about the phases of the moon. Finally, Mrs. Ramirez herself appeared, her usual frown deepened by suspicion. Ethan braced himself, but before he could explain, Maya stepped forward. With a practiced smile, she explained their project, their passion for astronomy, and their disappointment at the lack of stargazing opportunities in the city. To their surprise, Mrs. Ramirez softened. She mumbled, gazing at the city lights below. "Never thought of it that way." Later that evening, as the crowd thinned out, a figure remained on the fire escape. It was Mrs. Ramirez. "You know," she said, her voice surprisingly gentle, "this rooftop view is quite something. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to loosen the rules a bit." Ethan and Maya exchanged a triumphant look. Their rooftop rebellion had not only created a haven for themselves, but had also sparked a newfound appreciation for the night sky in their building. From then on, the fire escape became a communal space for stargazing. Mrs. Ramirez even surprised them one night by bringing out a dusty telescope she inherited from her grandfather. As they peered through the lens at the rings of Saturn, a sense of community bloomed under the vast expanse of the night sky, a testament to the power of shared passion and a little bit of rooftop rebellion. Vocabulary notes. Launchpad. Noun. A platform from which a rocket is launched. In the story, Ethan uses his fire escape as a launchpad to explore the cosmos through stargazing. Audacious. Adjective. Very daring or bold. In the story, Operation Rooftop Paradise is their audacious plan to create a rooftop haven. Canopy. Noun. A layer of leaves, branches or other things that forms a covering over an area. In the story, the celestial canopy refers to the sky filled with stars. Constellation. Noun. A group of stars that form a recognizable pattern in the sky. In the story, Ethan and Maya learn about constellations like Orion's belt and the Big Dipper. Disapprove, verb, to feel or show that you do not like something. In the story, Mrs. Ramirez, the landlord, has a permanently disapproving frown. Eerie, adjective, strange and mysterious in a way that is frightening. In the story, the rooftop might feel eerie at night, but Ethan and Maya find it fascinating. Excitement, noun, a feeling of great eagerness and anticipation. In the story, a nervous excitement fills the air as Ethan and Maya prepare for their rooftop astronomy event. Flicker, verb, to shine unsteadily, as if about to go out. In the story, a flicker of worry clouds Ethan's enthusiasm. Galaxy, noun, a huge collection of stars and gas held together by gravity. In the story, Ethan dreams of one day travelling to distant galaxies. Grimace, verb, to make a facial expression of pain or disgust, twisting the face. In the story, Mrs. Ramirez might grimace at the sight of the makeshift rooftop setup. Hesitate, verb, to pause before doing something, feeling unsure. In the story, Maya hesitates before revealing how she got to the rooftop. Impenetrable, adjective, impossible to get through or understand. In the story, the night sky can seem impenetrable, but Ethan and Maya are eager to explore it. Mischievous, adjective, behaving in a playful way that is likely to cause trouble. In the story, Maya has a mischievous glint in her eye when they plan their rooftop project. Mustering, verb, to gather or collect something, often with effort. In the story, Ethan musters his courage to explain the constellations to the crowd. Nebula, noun, a large cloud of gas and dust in space. In the story, Ethan and Maya learn about nebulae during their rooftop adventures. Perplexed, adjective, confused or puzzled. In the story, Mrs. Ramirez might be perplexed by the flyers advertising a rooftop astronomy experience. Rebellion, noun, an organised resistance to an authority or government. In the story, Ethan and Maya's rooftop venture is a playful rebellion against the rules. Shimmer, verb, to shine with a soft, unsteady light. In the story, the city lights shimmer below as they gaze at the stars. Soften, verb, to become less harsh, severe, or angry. In the story, Mrs. Ramirez softens after hearing Maya's explanation. Sturdy, adjective, strong and well made, not likely to break or give way. In the story, they transformed cardboard boxes into sturdy stands for their telescope. Suspicion, noun, a feeling that something is wrong or that someone is not being honest. In the story, Mrs. Ramirez approaches the fire escape with suspicion. Thrill, noun, a feeling of excitement or pleasure that is so strong it is almost frightening. In the story, a thrill of accomplishment courses through Ethan. Twinkling, verb, to shine with a small unsteady light. In the story, they watch a shooting star streak across the twinkling sky. Vast, adjective, very large in amount, size or scale. In the story, they feel a sense of community under the vast expanse of the night sky. Story written by Google Bard AI. Image created by Desgo.com AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Hello, this is Steve. If you enjoyed the story, please would you take the time to leave a meaningful comment and click on the like icon. If you want to know when the next story has been uploaded, please click on the notify bell icon to be notified. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and tell your English learning friends so they can benefit too. Thank you.